Assalamu alaikum and good morning, students. I hope that you all are fine and enjoying a good time in your homes. You all are welcome in your today's social studies lesson, and I hope that you are well prepared for this. As you can see on your screens, that today we are going to continue our top unit, Stories from Mughal Times. And as you have remembered, that the first four pages from this unit we have covered in our physical school, and today we are going to cover the next two textbook pages 63 and 64 with the subtopics Noor Jahan and Tigers and hunting in Mughal times. So now let's start our lesson formally. Please all of you open your textbook from the text pages 63 and 64, and please hold your pencils in your hands, and you will write down today's written day on textbook page number 63. Until then, we will discuss our today's learning objectives, that students will be able to describe Noor Jahan's bravery, and you will be able to tell about hunting and the endangered animals. Inshallah, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe all these things and you will know about these two learning objectives. So, now let's start our today's reading. Here you can see your textbook page number 63 with the subtopic Noor Jahan and the Tigers. And here you can see your today's date and day. Day you will mention Tuesday. T will be capital, classwork C will be capital, and the date is 16th March 2021. So now let's start our today's reading. Here is the our subtopic Noor Jahan and the Tigers. Please put your pencils under the each word so you can read after me, and you have to read after me, okay? So now let's start it. Jahangir was Humayun's grandson. Noor Jahan was Jahangir's wife. 400 years ago, very few women were leaders as they are today. But Noor Jahan helped Jahangir to rule the land. She was also very good at sports like hunting. One day, Noor Jahan went hunting in the forest with her husband. I would like to take the first shot, she said. The next line is, even though she was sitting on top of a moving elephant, Noor Jahan carefully took aim. Bang, 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 bang. With 6 shots, she killed all four tigers. So, this was our textbook page number 63. And as you can see, that in this page, they have introduced the third Mughal king, Jahangir, who was Humayun's grandson. In our previous lesson, we have learnt about the Humayun, and Noor Jahan was the wife of a third Mughal king, Jahangir. And here they have told us about his character, that she was one of the female leaders of that time, and she was also very brave. We will discuss it later. First of all, we have to complete our reading of textbook page number 64. Here you can see it on your screens, and we are going to read it now. Its subtopic is hunting in Mughal times. As we have learned in the previous page, that hunting was the favorite sport of Noor Jahan, and now we are going to learn that that about the hunting of Mughal times. So now let's start reading it. Again, please put your pencils under the each word and read after me. In Mughal times, there were lots of wild animals. People killed them for sport and used their meat and skins too. Nowadays, we want to protect our wild animals, especially tigers, because there are not many left. We do not hunt them. So, this was the reading of textbook page number 64. And here we have learned about the hunting of Mughal times. That hunting was very common and the favorite sport of those times. But nowadays, the world is trying to protect the wild animals, especially the tigers, or we are also trying to protect the elephants, deers, bears, and the pandas because they are the endangered animals. They are declared as the endangered animals and they are not too many left in the world. So we should not hunt them and we should protect them. So now let's start the discussion of our today's textbook pages. We have done this reading of page number 63 and 64, and here are the discussion points, important discussion points of the uh, page number 63. First of all, that first is this, that Jahangir was the third Mughal king. First Mughal king was Babur. The second one, who was the son of Babur, was Humayun. We have learnt about these two, and now we are going to learn about the third Mughal king, who was Jahangir. He was the son of Humayun and grandson of Babur. As we have you have know that Humayun was the son of Babur, and now Jahangir is the son of Humayun, and the Emperor Babur was the grandfather of Emperor Jahangir. Last line is that Noor Jahan was his wife. Noor Jahan was Jahangir's wife, and she was a very courageous woman of that time. She was very fond of sports, and hunting was her favorite sport. Here we are reading about Noor Jahan, that she was a very brave woman and she was one of the leaders of that time, and we can learn about his bravery, that her favorite sport was hunting, which is not so common in the woman, but she was very fond of this one sport. And we are learning about one incident, that once she went for hunting with his husband Jahangir, and she killed four tigers with just six shots while sitting on an elephant. She was sitting on an elephant which was moving because it was walking in the forest, and still she was so concentrated on her about her hunting that she killed four tigers with just six shots. This is the example, a very good example of her bravery. And in present times, this thing is very common, that women are leading in all fields of life. But in ancient times, this thing was very extremely rare. Nowadays, we can see, as you can see in your surroundings, that women are doctors, they are engineers, they are teachers, and they are leading in every field of work. But in those times, in ancient times, about which we are reading, the Mughal times 500 years ago or 400 years ago, this thing was not so common. This thing was extremely rare that women were leading in different fields of life, but still in that time, the Noor Jahan was a example for other women. She was extremely brave, and uh, she was assisting Emperor Jahangir in some matters of government also. As we are reading here, that Noor Jahan was a very powerful queen of Mughal times. She helped Jahangir a lot in his time of rule. As I have told you, that she assisted Jahangir in his ruling period. So here again we are reading that Noor Jahan was very brave, and she was interfering in the government issues, and she was assisting Emperor Jahangir in many matters. Hunting was a common sport in ancient times. People killed a lot of animals for meat, skin, or for other things. As we have learnt about this on page number 64, that hunting was a very common sport and a favorite sport of many people, because people enjoyed this thing that they are killing the animals or they are hunting the animals to show the world their bravery. In those times, the wild animals were a lot, because at that time the forests were on a vast land, but human beings killed a lot of animals in those times. But nowadays the situation is totally different. Here, nowadays the whole world is trying to protect endangered wild animals like tigers, bears, deers, etc. This thing we have also discussed earlier on in the page number 64's last line, that in ancient time people killed a lot of animals, but presently the whole world is trying to protect the endangered animals. Endangered animals are those animals which are not many left on the face of earth. So we are trying to protect them from hunting, that people should not kill them, and we should not kill them just for the enjoyment, or just to get their teeth, or just to get their skins also. So we should protect the wild animals. This thing we are learning in our today's lesson. And here the last exercise on page number 64, you can see that we will complete this one. Here is the, first of all, we will label the animals. Here you can see in the picture that a lot of animals are here, and you can uh, recognize them very easily, I hope so. But for your ease, they have given us also a word bank. That is, the first one is elephant, the second one is deer, the third one is leopard, the rhinos, the ducks, horse, and wild boar. So we will label these animals. As you can see, that a man is sitting on a, exactly, this is a horse, and he is going for hunting, I think, because we can see a bow and arrow in his hand. So here in this one line, with this under this animal, you will write down here the name of this animal, and this is horse. If you are confused about the spellings, so you can take help from the World Bank. Here it is written horse, HORSE. You will write down it here. The next one, in the hand of these two men, we can see some. These are not elephant or deers or leopards or rhinos. These are the ducks. Exactly. So we will write down here in this one box, under the speech bubble, in the front of animal, we will write down here the name of the ducks at this space. So please write down here DUCKS. CKS. You can take help from your World Bank here. Write down, and I hope that you are writing with me. The next one, oh, it's very easy. We all can recognize it because this is the, I think, favorite animal of many students. So, this is the elephant. Exactly. The first word of our Word Bank here, that is ELEPHANT. So, please write down here the last one line here, the elephant. And here now we can see some animals are lying on the ground. They have hunted them, and these are the, yes, these are the leopard. So we will write down the leopard. Here you can see in your word bank the third one animal is mentioned here. So write down it, the spellings here, LEOPARD, leopard. And here the next one picture we can see the some animals are also, and these are, I think that these are the deers. And here wild boar they have mentioned already, so we will write down this one animal as the deer. DEER. These spellings are very easy, and I hope that many of these you already know. If you are confused about the spellings, you can take help from your word bank. And the last one is left, and I know that you all can recognize this, that these are the rhinos. So please write down here, and the spellings of rhinos you can see from here, RHINOS. And here we will write down with under the picture here. And I hope that you all are writing the names of animals. Please be fast as you can write down with neat handwriting. And now the second part of this exercise is this, that we will write about the people, what are they saying in the speech bubbles. B part is here. Write what they are saying in the speech bubbles. First one speech bubble they have written for your guidance, that like this, that this man is saying stop. Here we have just two speech bubbles. One speech bubble is in front of the man who is sitting on the elephant. It can be the Jahangir or some other person who is going for hunting in the forest. And here is a speech bubble in front of these two men who are holding some ducks in their hands. So these two speech bubbles you will fill at your own desire. You can write down according to your imagination that what these people are trying to say or what are they talking about. You can write down anything. As for example, I can show you that in my imagination I am thinking that these two men are saying that we have caught these ducks. They are telling to these men who are sitting on elephant, and the man who is sitting on the elephant, as you can see that he is patting his elephant. So he is saying that my dear elephant, you are too good. Might be his elephant has done something very good during the hunting, so he is very happy with him. So he is saying like that, this is my imagination. You can use your own ideas or your own imaginations, and you will write down in these two speech bubbles that what these men are talking about. And as you can see that I have also mentioned the names of animals, I have labeled them. You can recheck your work from this one picture if you are getting confused about anything. So please try to complete your work now. Fill up the speech bubbles with good handwritings. Don't make them dirty. and I hope that you will do it carefully and properly. So, here we are going to finish our today's lesson. Now, inshallah, we will meet on Friday in your live lesson and we will do a skills book page there. So, please be prepared and be on time on Friday with your skills book. We will continue our work, inshallah, uh, on that day. Until then, take care of yourselves. Have a nice time, students. Allah Hafiz.